So now you've seen some basics on your right hand, your left hand. Let's try to, I'm just going to make up a couple of licks, a couple of bass lines, and try to employ some of the techniques I showed you, so you can get an idea of their use in context in what might sound somewhat like music. Anyway, just a simple like it's kind of has a little bit of a complex bass line, but let's take it apart and see what we're doing. See, now I'm doing a couple of things there. Let me explain it a little bit. So I'm basically open string. See how those three fingers fit together there? Remember the exercise where we were doing all those things in one position? That's where this will help. You're basically, we go to the, remember the exercise where we went, and then all those exercises are contained in here at some point or some variation thereof. See now when I hit that note there? Remember how I had all four fingers in one position cover four notes on a string? That's just the same thing, only on the next string. So basically we're still within some of the exercises I showed you already. So if your fingers were well exercised, that wouldn't be difficult to hit. So therefore you realize why now you got to rewind and do that exercise a couple times. But again, here's just this lick. I just made it up off the top of my head. Now here I slide my whole hand down, down. So see how my whole hand moves? And the next note is the beginning note again, open string. Always remember when you're playing a lick, there's another note coming after the one you're playing, so be prepared for it. So at the end of this lick, I got to go back to the open E string again to start it over again, because it keeps repeating. Here it comes. And again, it gives me time because it's an open string. I don't have to have any fingers on the neck. So, you know, you can speed it up. Let me see if I can do it fast. So you can do it at any speed you want, but take it nice and slow. Just get an idea of watching your hand move and all the things you got to do to get to the next note that's in the lick. So in the book you'll see what the notes are, so take it super slow. That's the first part. That's all you need to know. Then, here I'm doing something that I want to explain. Being this is a basic bass video, we want to make sure and explain every little thing so we don't go by anything and leave you hanging. I'm taking from one note to the next with one finger. So I'm actually barring, B-A-R-R-E, bar, across two strings with one finger. Now you can begin to make a whole bunch of exercises for that. We play two strings with one finger across. See, so you're barring your fingers across. So it's actually a whole other technique that I didn't fit in there earlier, but now you can see as you come up with things how to incorporate them. Bar. Start again. The time of it, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, take it in metronome, maybe way slow. Now you notice there's a lot of notes, but I don't have to do any huge stretch to get to them. It's all within one position, a couple little changes. So you'll have the opportunity, this being on DVD, to slow it down and see it in a little slower context and take it slow, 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 slow until you can really get all the notes, all the nuances, and eventually you get to a point, playing-wise, where a lick like that, you can add your own little, a lot of variations on it, move things around, accent things in different ways, slide, vibrato, all those little things. But first, before you get there, get the basics of it in time, note for note, piece by piece, component by component part, and it'll be yours.